What's up fam, my name's Brodie Reid. Welcome to another episode of Take Command here at ZAR. I've been working out here at ZAR for approximately 10 months since the start of the year. I'm a chippy by trade, so done my apprenticeship over in New Zealand where I was born, and then moved over here probably about 6 years ago and started working in construction. So I started in doing commercial kind of stuff, which was alright but wasn't really kind of what I wanted to do, so moved into doing some architectural residential homes. So now I contract to a high-end company and we do architecturally designed houses all over Brisbane for some really awesome clients, and yeah, that's what I do every day and it's fantastic. It's basically my dream job. Yeah, so outside of the gym, just apart from work, I like to do a bit of hiking and stuff. Basically anything that gets me outside and outdoors I'm pretty keen to try. Sometimes it's hard to find the time outside of work and training, but whenever I can I like to go hiking. I'm into cars as well, so do a little bit of work on cars and go cruising the weekends and stuff like that, but pretty standard. Work and gym takes up most of my time. I like to live a pretty simple life. So I guess what brought me to ZAR was I've been training in commercial gyms for probably a good 10 years, ever since I was a teenager. I started working out at home, just down in the garage with these old weights, and that kind of got me started. I was always a pretty active kid, playing sport and all that kind of stuff when I was younger. I even did a little bit of martial arts when I was younger. I started Sado karate when I was almost 4 years old, so I'd done that up until I was about 14, and then that kind of led on to the gym and fitness and stuff like that. So going back, training at commercial gyms I was doing that for quite a while, but I never sort of got ahead with my numbers or anything. I was kind of just training and I didn't have a plan, and it worked for a while, but ever since like the last 2 or 3 years I've really thought about doing something different, just because I wasn't getting the satisfaction that I used to get from the gym. And I had a mate that actually worked out here at ZAR, and I just thought, fuck it, like it's been on my mind for so long, just try something else, maybe some group training, maybe something else, just not the usual going to the gym and pumping weights. So I come here to ZAR and I spoke to Svet, and straight away I just got wicked vibes from him. He was really friendly and approachable, and he's such a smart guy, and all the trainers here are super smart and you learn a lot from them. So I just thought, fuck it, why not? I'm here now, and this was basically the start of the year. So I stopped going to the commercial gym and I came here, and it's actually been a lot better than I kind of thought it would. I didn't really have big expectations, but I actually love this place. Like the whole vibe and the people that I've met here are amazing, and my training is better than it's ever been, just purely because of the consistency and the work that these boys put in. It's very personalised, so it's not like you're just coming in and you're not just another number. They really look at all your data and all your lifts and take everything into consideration. And yeah, like I said, I've never felt better. I've never lifted so much weight, and I feel really good. So I guess mistakes that I've made from the past would be just trying to progress too fast. Like I said, back when I was working in the commercial gyms, I was a little bit focused on just how much weight I was lifting, and I think that's pretty common amongst a lot of people, especially probably blokes. You just want to go in there and lift as much weight as you can. So I haven't been too far into that, but probably a little bit too much, and I ended up hurting my back probably back in my younger years when I was lifting in the garage, and I had poor technique, and I probably just tried rushing it a bit too fast. So I've always had little niggles in my back, and it's become a lot more apparent in sort of the last few years, especially with being a chippy as well. It's a very physical job, and I'm working all day on site, climbing up ladders, on roofs, all the sort of stuff, and then I come to the gym and put in the work at the gym, and the body takes a massive toll. And so I had little niggles in my back, which kind of, I've always had a pain sort of going down my quads. My legs are always super tight. So there's always been that as well, and it actually caused me to stop doing deadlifts and squats just because I would always either rush into it too fast and my back would get super sore, and which led to going to like getting work done, physiotherapy on my back and all this kind of stuff, and that kind of just put like a band-aid on it, and it didn't really fix the problem. And as I've gotten older, I really realised that I can't just keep doing this. You can't just keep going to physio and getting a little touch up and then thinking it's going to be okay. So that was the main reason why I come here too, because they do Pilates, they do yoga, they do everything in the house. So I've started doing Pilates twice a week at the moment, just Mondays and Tuesdays before squats and bench. And I don't think I'd go back to not doing some sort of strengthening like that and stretching, because it's kept, I haven't had a problem with my back for a long time now. I no longer get shooting pains down my legs, and I'm more flexible, and I just feel a lot healthier due to doing Pilates, which has helped me a lot. I notice it immensely when I train and I don't do any sort of recovery work as opposed to when I do. So Pilates is super beneficial for me now. I'm not going to stop doing it, but just strengthening the sort of muscles that you don't use a lot in the gym, all these little tiny muscles, and stretching them out. Like, I'm always super tight through my legs, my hips, and Pilates is just completely fixed that. I love it, and I couldn't see myself not doing it. So there is a massive stigma to it, I guess. But I guess that's just people trying to be hard or whatever like that. But training without it is like, I can't see myself doing that. You know, if you're gonna lift weights, you need to do something else to help that as well. So for me, if I just lifted weights like I have been for the last 10 years, I'm only 28 now, I'm starting to get all these little niggles and stuff. So I think you've got to do it. Personally, for me, it's gonna accelerate all your lifts. Your body's gonna feel better, and your numbers are gonna be better than ever, because you're learning how to brace and you're stretching, and yeah, it's amazing. I really like it. Yeah, I guess my sort of goals right now, I'm sort of getting more into goal setting. That's never really been a big thing of mine, which is probably why I haven't progressed a lot in my previous years, because I've never really had any goals. I've kind of just worked out. So now, one of my main goals, and it's been a goal for a while, is to do a 200 kilo deadlift. So I've done 190. That was right before Christmas holidays, like 3 years ago, and then I went back home to New Zealand, and then even still then, I was still having problems with my back. So I kind of stopped doing that. Yeah. So it would be the 200. But I guess for me, it's not so much about the numbers. I think the more you get up there, the more of a goal it becomes. But I think for me, it's just an all-round thing. So I just want to feel good. Obviously, I want to look good for your self-esteem and all that kind of stuff. So for me, it's definitely a mental thing. I couldn't see myself not training anymore. So goals it's just the whole fitness. I want to be fit, and I want to move well, and I want to feel good, and it really just helps my mental health, helps me think straight, and just makes me happy. Yeah. So I guess for anyone that's out there thinking about doing some sort of fitness, I would highly recommend coming here, because first of all, everyone that works out here, I've never seen such a diverse range of people. We've got everyone that works out at this gym, which is why I really like it. It's not just like going to a normal commercial gym where it's just lots of blokes lifting weights. Like, it's such a good vibe here, and all the people here are awesome. So my take-home message is just to give it a try. Like, come in here and have a yarn with Svet or any other people that work here. They're absolutely lovely, and it's ZAR Athletica, and just don't be shy. Come in, have a yarn, and see how you go. Alright guys, thanks for watching another episode. Make sure you subscribe, like, hit that notification bell, and stay tuned for more content.